Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and let's talk about Vechain, where we're up to, what is happening, and what can we expect. Now, I found this, and I think it's quite relevant and relatively new, made about 16 days ago. The top 5 things you should know about Vechain. Now, you might be coming across Vechain for the first time today. And for me, it's what's really important when learning about a new or a cryptocurrency that you want to know more about. It's important to go through the basics, go through the website and all that, and then find out as much as possible as you can. Now, when we talk about what is Vechain, when it comes down to figuring out exactly what Vechain is, I've come across 2 main descriptions that you'll find helpful, and they are: Vechain is a blockchain platform designed to enhance supply chain management and business processes. Its goal is to streamline these processes and information flow for complex supply chains through the use of distributed ledger technology. I love that. So simple, so easy to understand. Now, likewise, CoinMarketCap also mentioned that Vechain aims to use distributed governance and Internet of Things technology to create an ecosystem that solves some of the major problems with supply chain management. The idea is to boost the efficiency, traceability, and transparency while reducing costs and placing more control in the hands of the individual users. Finally, through the Vechain white paper, it outlines the following. Vechain 4 is a public blockchain that is designed for mass adoption of blockchain technology for businesses users of all sizes. It is intended to serve as the foundation for a sustainable and scalable business blockchain system. Love that, so simple. The Vechain price stats, obviously VET, that's the code that you go for. And the derivative second token, right, which a lot of people get wrong. So what is better than just buying crypto token? If you answered huge profits, then that's the ultimate goal. But for now, we should be more realistic. Instead, one possible advantage of the VET USD is that you get not just the token, but 2. So when you, I know a lot of you, the first time you had Vechain for 30 days, you came back to me like private message and said, hey, what's this? What have I got? Why did I get this? And so basically you're getting VTHO. So on the Vechain 4 blockchain model governs the V4 token. So the V4 token generation from the Vechain token, an estimation of market demand and supply. So in summary, the V4 is generated via holding the VET with velocity, which is established to allow any user with VET to make transactions at no extra cost if the user holds the tokens for long enough. That is the purpose of it. And so make sure that you go through and understand what V4 is, and the code is VTHO. So that's the code there to learn more private. So not proof of stake, nor proof of work. So far we've covered some of the features, but what's really important is to go over from a technical side, right? So the proof of authority and so proof of authority and the proof of work. So make sure that you learn about that, right? Because that is so important. And then of course, the last but not least is the vision and the partnerships, which are absolutely monstrous when it comes to Vechain. So there is a lot of partnerships and a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you need to research on. 5 things to get yourself educated on what Vechain is and how it works. Now, I think what's really interesting at the moment is this article that came out a little bit ago, but it's basically saying that tracking IVF progress on the blockchain could become a thing. And the number 1 blockchain that is being currently considered is Vechain. Now, what's really interesting is that at an enterprise blockchain level, Vechain is one of the very best. And so this opens up yet again another market and another industry for Vechain's blockchain to be adopted in. Very, very interesting on how this would work and the reasons why you would want to have it tracked on the blockchain as well, which is a very critical and a very important sector. Now, Vechain verifies results of a 305 metric ton plastic cleanup in the ocean. So I wanted to bring this up again because sometimes when prices are down and, if the charts aren't really giving you that much confidence, what I find comforting is to research and understand, what has been happening and, how it works and, all this stuff, right? And so one of the things for you to research is also, how the Vechain blockchain is going to be helping the climate and helping the environment, and how this particular case study back in May was massive for what Vechain will be doing in the future. And so read about this one, but also understand that in the future, Vechain will be part of the climate sustainability program. Now, I like this particular graph. That talks about Vechain enables tracking and authentication of goods, processes up to 10,000 transactions per second, and collaborates with MNCs to provide supply chain management solutions. I love that. Like, so simple to understand. And then, of course, there is the speech is now available on demand with subtitles of the CEO when he was speaking at the WAIC. And so make sure that follow the Twitter account, because on that you'll be able to see it. It was only posted 16 hours ago. It's actually a really, really good interview. There's a lot of golden nuggets there. Let's go into Atani. Let's see what some of the indicators are telling us today. Okay, so as we look towards the charts at the moment, we're currently looking at the daily chart, and obviously Vechain is one of those that, from a price action point of view, it is one of the ones that gets hit pretty hard when it goes down, but it's also one of the fastest when it comes back up. So you can't have one without the other. And at the moment, when we look at the price on the daily chart, it does look like it's more down than up. From a MACD point of view, it's still bullish, but very, very low. But there has not been that much movement going on, right? Now, the last hour though, the price action has taken a dip for the worse. When we look at 7,293, and now we're sitting at 7,084, we might be even dipping into 6 cents territory, almost outside of the Bollinger Band. So the market has definitely taken a hit in the last hour. At the time of making this, will be very interesting by the time this goes live where we're at. But I do think that we're going to go down before we go up, based on all these indicators on the 4 hour, on the 12 hour, on the 6 hour, and especially on the 1 hour chart. So I think we are dipping into 6, and I think the indicators are very, very they're telling the story, right? And it's foolish to go against the market, right? Going against the trend. You should always follow the trends and look for clear indicators and signals. Let's have a look at some drawings. Okay, so as we kick off the charts, when we look at where we are at the moment and how low could it go, right? If everything went south, like if everything went to the bottom of bottoms, what would bottom be? And that would be in the 5 cents range. Personally, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but looking at this, I think 5 cents would be where we would end up. Now, I don't think we're going to get that far. I think we're going to get to maybe like 6, 6.5, or maybe a high 5, but I don't think we're going to get quite to like a flat 5. I don't think so at all. I think that there is way too much power at the moment to go that far. Now, when we look at it from a long-term perspective, right, where we are right now, where we're going, what sort of numbers are we going to hit? That going down to 5 cents, it could be a thing, right? I mean, we could see ourselves hit those numbers and push down towards that. Now, it is obviously interesting, and we do have to keep it in mind. And from my end, I look at the bigger picture. I look at what Vechain does, who it is, the purpose that it serves, how amazing what's coming up is. And for me, I'm a long-term holder, right? So for me, the price coming down at the moment, great, buy more and just keep accumulating. But you might be different, right? So as always, please make sure you do your own homework around this topic and make sure that you are very well educated before you buy something. But for me, going towards $1.50 is more than achievable. And that's just based on my own research. I did see this about getting to $10 by February 2022. I don't see it. I'll just leave it at that. I don't see it. I do not see that happening at all. Now, once we finish on the weekly chart, hitting this resistance zone, then we will begin the kickoff towards 70 cents and beyond. But I do see $1.40, $1.50, absolutely not out of the realm of possibilities for 2021. It might drag into early 2022, but I'll tell you what, where the price is at now, I'm more than willing to wait to get to there, and I think we will. I think we will definitely get there. So very, very exciting what's forming at the moment and the kind of formation that it's building, and then we will be ready to kick off the momentum again. So very exciting. As always, it's always a pleasure to come out and you know, bring this type of videos to you. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.